Giravel, I've had enough of your excuses. Ralasa made your task plain. Find those thieves.
I'm sorry, Magister. It will be done.
Whatever it is you want, talk to my cringing assistant.
Ah, greetings. I'm sorry you had to see that. Magister Gothrin is really quite charming once you get to know him. Honestly, he wouldn't have yelled if Ralasa's little snoop, Captain Giravel, hadn't interfered. Ah, that. I'm sorry, but Ralasa is determined to keep your Argonian from advancing. Typical. I should be mouth. Say, I might have an idea. The thieves Muthsera Gothrin mentioned fled to Shashpilamat. Could you retrieve the goods they stole? Spoken like a true Telvanni. If you bring the goods to me in Sadrith Mora, I'll take credit for their safe return. Ralasa's gone to great lengths to discredit me, you see. My Muthsera knows this. If I succeed, he'll see that I am the fitter servant. Muthsera Gothrin will undoubtedly promote me to mouth. Then, in exchange for your help, I'll support your Argonian's petition. One good turn and all that. What do you say? I can't wait to see the look on Ralasa's face when Muthsera Gothrin strips her of her title. And the groveling will be delicious. Of course. What can the future mouth of Muthsera Gothrin help you with? A great many things, I'm sorry to say. They pilfered an ancient tome, a rare pendant, and a purse full of gold. Of course, my master was most aggrieved by the loss of several slaves. Strong workers, all. Muthsera Gothrin is sick with worry. No, of course not. I didn't mean to assume. Truth be told, I've always been a fierce but very quiet proponent of beast rights. If you return the tome, pendant, and gold, I think Muthsera Gothrin will still promote me, albeit with a heavy heart. Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a good chance the missing slaves stole Muthsera Gothrin's property before fleeing Tel Arun. Ropefish and other people smugglers sometimes accept magicked items as payment. I'm sure I wouldn't know. My master has a kind and gentle disposition, but children sometimes need discipline, yes? It would really be Slave Master Arenum's prerogative. Unfortunately, she can be irascible. You should know by now that Telvanni alliances often start as fluid affairs. Not that our relationship is fluid. What we've got going here? Rock solid. Sun and Shadow's intentions align with my own. It only makes sense that we should be partners.
Take this report to Mouth Ralasa, immediately.
Yes, Captain. It will be done.
Radit, hey! Kind, let us fight! A sturdy find indeed.
Who are you? You stink of incense and hookah smoke. Did that beast Gothran send you? We are not goods. Zashanti and her friends prepare to leave this cursed island. No more lashings, no more bitter food. Only the light of the moons drifting across the Topal Sea. We only took Gothran's belongings to pay the smugglers. Bright moons. This one thanks you, Walker. We stored Gothran's trinkets in crates nearby. The smugglers will groan at their absence. But we would rather face the wilds alone than go back to Tel Arun. Wait, what was that noise?
Greetings, Outlander. Cetera Ralasa sends her regards. Gathering up these slaves on our own would have been exhausting.
No, no, no.
Damned cats! You lot are going back to Tel Arun. Move out!
You heard the captain. Get moving, Kerr.
No, Darsha will not go! Darsha is free at last.
Don't kick yourself over Ralasa outmaneuvering you. Trust me, you never had a chance. Of course, you didn't think she'd let that flat-headed Aerith outmix her, did you? Oh, and don't bother looking for those other stolen goods. My troops have the situation well in hand. Thanks for all your help, Noir. So long.
I think I read about this place in a book from my time. It is quite different from what I recall. Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
There you are. I'm glad you're back. I just had a fruitful conversation with our friend Aerith. Seems that I'm not the only one Ralasa's holding back. I think it might be time for a less conventional strategy. I underestimated Ralasa. I see that now. She plays the game far better than I do. The only way to win a game like this is to eliminate the player. I know how it sounds. I take no pleasure in it. It's just an unfortunate necessity. Half the Telvanni hierarchy arranged an opening at some point in their rise to power. If you deal with Ralasa, Aerith takes her place. It's the best play, Sarah. I knew you'd see reason. Trust me, no one deserves this fate more than Ralasa. You may have a Telvanni's heart after all. Aerith told me that Ralasa entered her room in the council house just a few minutes ago. Good luck, my friend. Be discreet.
If you were looking for that evil-tempered Telvanni witch, she went into that room.
I'll have... So, the lizard thinks she can kill me? Come on, then!
Is it really a crime if you are never caught?
Maybe the restrictions in Mournhold will...
It's done? Thank you, Sarah. Not many people would take a life for their friends. At least I hope we're friends. The house? It makes it difficult to tell sometimes. Aerith and I spoke just moments ago. Things should move quickly. Aerith assures me that the Council will accept my petition now. So yes, I'd call this a success. Hopefully no one will give me cause to do this again in the future. Once again, you have my thanks, Sarah. I hope you will consider working with me again. I admit our handling of the ralasa situation was stressful for both of us. I hope we can move past it, though, as friends. Come visit me sometime. I'll make it up to you, alright? I bought some very fine Khajiit tea I've been dying to try. This may surprise you, but the higher I climb, and the more powerful I become, the lonelier it gets. A true Telvanni life always involves some seclusion. But I value our friendship and Ioki's affection. I'd hate to lose either of you.
What is it?
Someone there? Help! I've been tied up! Oh, thank the aid. To oblivion with these damned mages. No amount of gold is worth this kind of treatment. Sun and Shadow asked me to come measure her for a new dress. Soon after I arrived, a pack of Telvanni thugs burst through the door and dragged her off. One of them shouted something about Tel Arun. That's all I know. Please, just set me free!
Hello? Anyone home? Oh, scrib jelly. I'm too late. Yes, well, I came to warn Sun in Shadow, but it seems I arrived too late. I guess I should warn you too. My most benevolent master, Muthsera Gothrin, is disgruntled. Oh yes, peeved, in the extreme. Magister Gothrin promoted me to mouth, but he still grieves for ralasa. As you know, grief often gives way to anger. Apparently his gentle disposition has limits when it comes to assassinating his servants. Pity I didn't get here sooner. I thought perhaps with time his fury might abate. I'd make all haste to tell Arun if I were you. Muthsera Gothrin respects courage and candor. If you speak to him directly, you might receive better treatment. You go on ahead. I'll wait here for a bit. Best we're not seen together. No offense.
We move with the wind. Fewer people staring at me than I anticipated. What a strange time you live in.
The Magister is expecting you. Good luck.
Eminently predictable, you and your lizard cohort. Ah, the murderer appears. I should thank you for saving me the trouble of hunting you down. Watching you peasants struggle against the inevitable is exhausting. Don't waste my time with flimsy pretense. Did you really think you could kill my mouth and get away with it? I see all. Your clumsy intrigue is no exception. If you wish to save your life and that of your friend, you will perform a task for me. Magister O'Theri made a discovery some weeks ago. A relic, or some dwarven device, perhaps. He refuses to share the details, so I am compelled to take those details by force. Steal his notes from Tel Naga, and deliver them to my new mouth, Aerith. That depends on what information you retrieve. If it's useful, we can discuss the terms of the lizard's freedom. That's as much of a promise as you'll get from me. Be grateful I am giving you a chance to rectify the wrong you've done me.
What do you want?
I'm quite sure you weren't invited up
What's
here.
this? I don't like uninvited guests.
finest wares here.
I'm quite sure you weren't invited up here. Off you go.
What?
Selling, buying, trading, right here.
There you are! I knew my master would show you mercy. Do you have something for me? Well done! I think my master wants to speak with you himself. Try not to make him angry, all right?
Well, it's about time. Come, servant. You retrieved the journal. That was competent. Ah, yes, this is Otheri's journal. His penmanship has gotten even worse. So, it's a dwarven artifact then. A merged tonal prism? My, that does sound intriguing. Seems he tucked it away in his Kwama mine, Zalkin Sub. You will fetch it for me. I said nothing of the sort. If your work pleases me, I may deign to release your friend and forget your misdeeds. But make no mistake, Noir. I've given you no word to keep. Go to Zalkin Sub, acquire the prism, then bring it to me in Tel Aru.
Oh, where am... Oh dear. Just give me a moment.
Pizza!
Hey, you need something? Sure is. You looking for work? Nah, you're the adventurous type. Only time you'll lift a pick is to bash in some beastie's skull, am I right? Of course I am. What brings you out here to the arse end of nowhere? Well, it isn't locked. Go ahead and take a peek. Might want to keep it quiet, though. Don't want O'Terry's guards spotting you, trust me. They keep things locked down tighter than my fat auntie's bodice. Sure, I've got a few minutes. Yeah, who am I kidding? I've got plenty of time. What do you want to know? Other than Oteri's guards, we have cave-ins every now and then. Unruly slaves and such. Then there's Mazanchent. But I'm sure you're not interested in that. Ash, get in your eyes on the way here? You can't miss those gloomy old dwarf towers. The way I hear it, Mazanchen ruins cut right under the mine. Plenty of treasure down there just waiting to be plucked. That's what I've heard, anyway. Yeah. Well, honestly, I mostly just act like I'm working. Pays the same and you sweat a lot less. Stuck-up dark elves, ash storms, slave labor pushing down wages. What's not to like? I shouldn't bellyache. It is what it is, and I need the coin. Got to take the opportunities where you find them. Just stretching my legs, and keeping an eye out for Magister Oteri. You know these Telvanni, always barging in without warning and throwing their weight around. Come to think of it, he's been visiting more often than usual. I wonder why.
Kenarthi's blessings upon this find.
Crazy machine, eh? Figured you'd find it quickly enough. I knew you weren't interested in Kwama Caves. One of those black-hearted magisters sent you to filch this thing, am I right? I've got a proposition. I can tell you what little I know and give you a key to Mzanchent. In exchange, you give me any notes you find in there. Anything about how it was built, what it does, anything. Got a nice offer from an interested party. Well, that does make things easier. Gold's gold, right? So, Terry locked the crystal in place and took certain parts of the machine so no one else could turn the damn thing off. We need those parts to turn off the machine and get the crystal. The parts you need are somewhere in Mzanchent, but I'm not sure where. I spent a lot of time watching Oteri. From what I can tell, you'll need a crank, a spur gear, one of the smaller pistons, and some kind of handle. Sure, I've been keeping a sharp eye on Oteri ever since he set up shop in here. I still don't know what the damn thing does, but I'll tell you what I can. Prism? Oh, right, now I see it. I guess he found it in the ruin, yeah? All kinds of dwarven antiques in there, along with the parts you need. I think he hides the pieces to keep us from nabbing the crystal. The paranoid old skeever. Sorry, but I skipped school the day they taught dwarf machine magic. Got no idea, friend. I could hazard a guess. Looks a little like my pa's old jaw harp. So maybe it makes music or something. Some kind of death music, I bet. Damn dwarfs. A rascal like me has to look out for his own interests, right? Oteri dropped his key a few days back. I grabbed it and made a wax mold while he wasn't looking. Didn't take long to make a rough copy. You've got to jiggle it a bit, but it works. Don't let some dwarven trap slip.
Are a knave and a cheek.
Run! The mine's cut! The Kwama are... What does this say? Never mind! Get out of here, through the east mine!
Duldatna! Time sees your infractions forgotten.
You didn't get yourself killed? That's promising. Ugh, what's that I smell? Grease and Kwama dung? Let's make this quick, Noir. I won't have you soiling my rugs any longer than necessary. The prism. Do you have it? Well, that is a surprise. I do hope this isn't some cheap forgery, for your sake. Ah, some kind of merged tonal prism. A lively one, too. Fascinating. I do hope that fool Otheri didn't damage it. He's almost as clumsy as you. Vexhead, do you still labor under the delusion that you have some power in this place? Huh, it's hardly worth discussing. I've grown tired of our little chats. You completed the task I set before you. You can have your lizard back.
Sarah, I cannot thank you enough for helping me. I wasn't sure if I'd ever leave Tel Arun alive. I'm sorry. I know I've asked too much of you. Sage advice. I've had my fill of schemes for now. I plan to dedicate myself to my studies and try to patch things up with Ioki. The last time I saw him, I said some hurtful things. Again, thank you. Next time you're in Sadrith Mora, come visit. I am a free mage of House Telvanni. You had no right to imprison me.
You presume to lecture me? You, who conspired to kill my servant. Thank whatever scaly gods you worship that I didn't rend the flesh off your back and feed you to the tower's roots. Cross me again, and your life is forfeit. We're done here. Be gone.
I always thought my worst humiliations were behind me. I guess I was wrong. Yes, well, I will be languishing in Gothrin slave pens. Just, it took me back to darker times. Reminded me of the risks and my good fortune up to this point. Perhaps I've been pushing too hard. I have a great deal to think about. I'll return to Sadrith Mora and continue my studies. Talk to Ioki. Bury myself in a good novel. Come and visit. It would be great just to sit and talk for a while as friends. I still owe you that cup of tea, right?
Why would Vox attack our own people in Salfor? It's madness.